Greetings everyone, please give me a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Is going. Twitter is going. The YouTube thumbnail, but it looks like but web browser is starting to crash. Great. Is my image I used for Age of Empires 4 missing? Oh, there it is. I don't know why I just went blind. Which appears to be good to go. Rumble appears to be good to go. Let me double check my other computer. Was got somebody on YouTube. Maybe that was me. And looks like everything's good to go. So let's get started. Menu is still laggy as hell for me, but nothing I can do about that. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on top right side as the pink Ayubids, we have WOM01. Spawn bottom left side as the Cyan Japanese, we have Boltun. Just Boltun. Usually there's some sort of extra word to it, but not this case. He does immediately go for the Tawa research, and he is going for the berries and the gold, not going for any sneaky stone play. He does have both his deer deposits up north with some berries back here, so quite a bit of food northern, including the boar. In fact, all of his food is on top of the map. Down south, we got his extra gold deposits and a stone deposit back down here. So it looks like he's going to probably expand more northern. The deer are separated by some trees, so this wouldn't be half bad spot for a town center. House of Wisdom going on up. Let's see now. Got deer here, 2 small gold and a large stone. Boar is not obtainable. Deer over here does find a good number of sheep. There are 9 sheep there. Cyan finds 9 sheep as well, so they're finding a good number of sheep, both of them. And he doesn't really need to collect up sheep all too much. At this point in time, berries do collect up faster than sheep. And now we do have the Kira storehouse going on up. It is going to be butt up right against to the town center, so not all the free farms can spawn out. Over here, we do got the military wing reinforcements. I've been seeing this quite often for the Ayubid player. That stream of just free desert raiders, that's quite a bit. You get 1 every 2 minutes, so it's effectively 90 resources per minute. Since each desert raider does cost 180. So in theory, it technically provides more value than even the Monster Quarry of the Malians. And additionally does give you access for cavalry build siege weapons, which I have not really seen people do that all too often. I would assume that would have been very powerful, but people just don't go for that. Desert Raider now put on the field. You now have a bit of damage there onto the Desert Raider there from the outpost. Does bring out his bow. Oh, got a bit of lag spike there. My apologies. Japanese player not pulling out anything just yet. Feels like Zion from maybe some sort of fast castle himself. The IB player almost has enough resources to age up. I think he may have enough for the advancement. Yes, he does. But maybe Zion for growth. I doubt it's going to be for industry. Get out industry, rush out 10 or 5 battering rams, if that would. I don't think I ever seen somebody has ever gone for industry. Industry just probably needs to be reworked. Does not have Golden Age Tier 1 just yet, so does not get improved gathering rates. Now going for the second wheelbarrow for the Japanese player, which will basically get him regular wheelbarrow. And now we do have economic wing growth now being plotted on the field. Secondary Desert Raider has been plotted on out. He may not buying any wood at the moment. He may need to get out some sort of, there we go, he's getting some wood now. He may want to get out a stable. Usually we see that for Fast Lancer. Could be for Fast Gilon, but likely for Fast Camel Lancer. Multiple Desert Raiders now up north, patrolling around, knock around the deer a little bit. Outpost still here. Kurosawa has pulled out 3 farms so far. And he's really collecting up these sheep. He does have a handful of living sheep. And there's actually still a good number of carcasses there. And now got the floating gate. Do we see out any wood collection for your sure to be put into like a barracks or stable? He knows against the Ayyubids, they go heavy in camel, so going for fast mounted samurai is probably not great, so maybe some sort of barracks play would be useful. And their crossbows are replaced with a mounted archer, which may not be good as well as the camel unease. It's a little bit bored, so it kills off some of the forest puppers. So they are quite scattered right now. Still collecting gold. It does have a bit of stone. Need 300 stone for the Daimyo Manor. Apologies. Scout here. Castle Age is now complete by both sides. And Golden Age Tier 1 also got activated at the same time as well. First Camel Lancer on the build queue. First, your Shiro is now deployed on out. He does throw inside an arch range, going for the mounted archers, which should be negatively impacted by the camel and ease, so this may not be great, but they do have bonus interest heavy. Wait, what was the first upgrade? Are these guys available? Never mind. They do have now, they do also have the Kaburaya fire whistling out that and it's seen enemy increasing their movement speed by 10 move speed for 10 seconds. You can get a mobility option. Their health is 80, the same health as crossbows. They do have 10 damage plus 9 versus heavy, so they're a little bit weaker than crossbows, but they are the same cost. They're actually slightly more expensive than crossbows. But of course, they're very, very mobile. They do also have good range of 5.5 range. I wonder, is that enough to outrange the camel and ease? Guess we'll find out soon enough. There's increased movement speed. Getting some good damage here. These villagers don't have textiles, and so the 10 damage is quite visible. They're affected by camel unease there. Scout does take a shot there. It looks like they can outrange the camel unease debuff. Got a good volley there on the Camel Lancer. So it looks like he's just going to engage with mobility. Let's get a hit there onto the Mounted Archer. The Onimusha. Another impalement there. The impalement at max range does like 45 damage, so they can in theory, two-shot some of these Onimushas. Regular good hit there. The Onimusha just has to get on out of there. They have to maintain their range. They have no durability for a horse unit. Relics being picked up by both sides. Does get a volley there, but now the Camel Lancers are closing distance. These ones get a volley there onto the Dervish. Gonna be focused on the Dervish now. Scout did take some hits there. Both sides have picked up a relic. Does find a volley there, finding a decent angle. And having with a sheep here is interrupting some of his movement. Having a sheep follow a scout can be useful to help deny movement of cavalry and also be hurtful. One Onimusha to go down there does take out another Camel Lancer. We got a Shinto Priest conversion ritual there to buy him some space. We also got regular archers in the field. The Onimusha have no inherent range armor, so they are technically inferior than archers in 1v1 combat. They do have crossbow attack speed. I suppose archers do have less damage overall, but they can still pack quite a punch and be cost effective at least. More of these Desert Raiders are starting going down. Desert Raiders also have no ranged armor. And Onimushas are in pretty good numbers. He did lose his scout, so he does get less vision range. I think the formations can move faster without the scout with thanks to the Aburaya, however you pronounce that. Does eat a volley of arrows there. More archers would be a good idea. Does start to engage some archers. These Onimusha can outrange them. They have taken some hits there, so maybe getting a Shinto Priest and a Regent to heal them up would be useful. We have another Shinto Priest here, going for some Mounted Samurai, which will give them some breathing room towards the Camel Lancers. There'd be more of just a mobile meat shield. And we do also have a Mounted Bannerman, which does improve the damage to nearby cavalry, which includes these mounted archers. Mounted Bannerman push way forward. The increased damage will help counter out the Camel and Ease benefit, or debuff. These ladies are falling back now. The Bannerman has gone down. Who has an army of 19? Just lost a unit somewhere. Oh, wait, I guess the banner on the ground. Not sure what unit went down, but either way, 20 versus 27. Sign does have a higher quality army. He's going to mix some good number of archers, mixing some crossbows, engage the various armored units as the Mounted Samurai and the Bannermans. As these barriers are being cleaned on up, then can migrate to the deer. Several techniques have not been researched, and the Fudashashi, however you pronounce that, has not been researched either. We now have the Sultan's Mamluks research not being pulled on out. Damage income multiplier can be very good versus armored units, which the Japanese player doesn't really have. Good damage on those forces, starting to fall back there. He sees his archer composition, maybe a good idea to go for his own Yumi archer or some Mangonels. Samurai in general wouldn't be half bad. His opponent has very little crossbows, so a samurai transition could be a good possibility. Looks like does delete the barracks of the Yoshiro, or I'm not sure why delete the barracks. Got multiple Yoshiros in these farmhouses, which provide food income over time. I think I know why. He's not going for, he does have Daimyo Manor, doesn't have standard food collection increases, just get plus 25% at the moment, which his opponent can get up to plus 30% through research, plus 10% through the Golden Age. So the food may help, food income may help out with his current composition and direction. can always delete those farmhouses later and get the Yoshiros for gold. And our villagers are migrating to this gold mine down here. Additionally, he probably doesn't really want to invest into farms all too much. And so the Yoshiro and the farmhouses just help him out with transition. Farms require wood, but gold just requires a single camp or a single forge. Blue Cyan has picked up 3 relics. Blue or Pink has only picked up 2. So Cyan does have a relic advantage. Look at these forces heading down south. Now to Mangonel here. Mangonel's 2 bonus damage versus range, so they can. These Onimushas, while they are cavalry, they have the same health as crossbows, so they will take some good damage from them. The only problem is they won't really stack up as too much. But you can see here, not a good number of them wounded. He is getting them healed up by a Shinto priest. And Mangonel will be very useful. Additionally, since it's the Ayubid variant, does get the Cindery Barrage ability, so he can get some good anti-structure damage with it. Do now get the Ibadan Onobushiga. Does have a Yoshiro inside this forge. So all of his Yoshiro's not deployed on the field, so won't pick any more. If he's not really planning to use the archer range anytime soon, he could delete the archer range to get the Yoshiro start responding. Got a number of mounted samurai here. That one gets picked off there. That was a pretty good pick. They cost 250 each, so they're expensive. Batarang now being pulled on the front line by Pink. Pink's going to try to finish the game out now. Not the Daimyo Mana still, not the Daimyo Palace. We do have a Spring Gold in place here. The Spring Gold, if it has an opportunity, puts some rounds to the Mangonel. It has 30 range armor. I suppose now with the armor rebalancing on some of these siege weapons, it's not really that great at taking out Mangonels. Doing 10 damage per bolt is not super great. It would take 14 shots. I suppose it does technically 11, so probably 13 shots. Get additional damage to go down to 12 shots, so still not ideal. He's going to lose on his infrastructure, so he's soon going to have some Rishiros starting to be re-queued up. He will lose the farmhouse. The Rishiro's not being respawned. Mangonel fires. Hits that villager quite nicely. I love how this farm just basically non-existent there. We do have the archer range knocked down as well, so Moku Yoshiro down. Got some Onobushiga now mixed on in. Mangonel does get overran there. Onimushas, since they do have good base damage, they don't really matter what they hit. While they do excel hitting heavy armored, they do reasonably well versus light armor. And with their a little bit extra range, it's harder to take out. Onobushiga's charging way forward. They will see bonus damage from the regular archers. We've got a mix of archers and crossbows. And Onobushigas do move really quickly. Onimusha, since they move pretty quickly as well, they can keep up with these forces no problem. Cyan is falling back. Cyan doesn't have has a much higher quality force. Pink's starting to transition to Gilams, but that's actually not super great versus the Onimusha. But they will be resilient for the Onobushigas with their higher armor. People really don't go for the Onimusha all too often, and they are not bad. The mobility just makes them very convenient, and they can keep up the Onobushiga, so you get a nice Ona composition. A very mobile composition, which is And horsemen are not a super great threat to that because Onobushigas will rip apart a horseman. And the samurai are taking quite a bit of hits there. He will lose them at the current rate, which is going to be expensive loss. These guys are expensive. And these villagers may go down. And they do go down. Up north, we got the Onobushiga with a Bannerman. The Bannerman is pretty slow. Does move at the same speed as Musafati warriors, but still slower than Onobushigas. This will be quickly torched down. Do you have a secondary town center here? He does have a village advantage of 12, 13. Onobushiga may even that out. Got a good number of farms along that cliff face, but Onobushiga's going to be ripping apart these forces no problem. That's now the Gilams here. Gilams do also have high attack speed to engage these ladies. And they have good armor to boot. They may want to get some more melee armor to help resist the Onobushiga damage. They really should, against Onobushigas, we really should get some melee armor. They mostly rely on high attack speed. Gilams too also rely on high attack speed. It's mounted samurai. Gains some good damage. We do have textiles research. But their damage is quite nice, and so they will 3-shot these villagers, and they all go down there. And that will even out the villager advantage. And we've got Golden Age Tier 3 right now, increasing production speeds by 20%. And more Onobushigas over here. Pink is getting ripped apart and sliced apart. All those villagers go down. And now Zion does have a villager advantage. And Zion does now have secondary town center. Has gone for Daimyo Manor as well. 2 Daimyo Manors for the Bannerman. We do now have a Zion Mangonel here. Very good. He knows his force is relatively weak to regular archer. He could counter these archers with some Yumi archers for dirt cheap archers. Onobushigas come for a nice flank here. Onimusha now engaging with a couple hardened veteran samurai here. They don't have their Odachi upgrade just yet. But they are taking damage. This force will move very slowly. They have anti-them formation. They will move the same speed as crossbows. Another round of farms there. Very nice. Ainel gets a good hit there. And these archers will be chased down. We now have the Otachi upgrade. And only 2 range armor, 1 range damage. How much melee damage? I think they're up quite high. I think all the melee damage. We research all 3 of them right now. Let's see. Yep. And got a good number of idle villagers there. Migrating to this gold deposit now. Making a sheep. Some spring gulls being thrown in the field. The magic number now is 3 to gauge out Mangonels in 1 shot, at least 1 volley. Science now going for some melee armor, which is good versus the Gilams. And it looks like he does need more farms at the moment. He does have a manor here, so he can place some farms around here that will have improved collection rate, or gathering rate. It's a pretty good volley there. And the Mangonels do connect, but does not get off the Mangonel. But Spring Gulls do connect. This Mangonel can even go down. We'll fire a volley. We'll lose a Mangonel. Get some splash damage hit there. Onobushigas, Onimusha now charging way forward. Got some samurai mixed on in. Spring Gull get overran, giving his other Mangonels some extra breathing room. Derbyshire to activate mass heal. And Pink's having trouble falling back. His composition's slow. His opponent's composition is fast. And he's starting to fall back there. Got some Gilams now put on the field. And these Gilams will get apart. They went too far forward. Single Desert Raider there, just still getting the occasional trickle. You might as well just set the Desert Raider into Archer mode. Because in melee mode, he's not going to last very long. Against Onobushigas, he does have good base and melee armor, so Desert Raiders can possibly be used against Onobushigas. Onobushigas do take some damage there, but the Mangonel way forward. How is the Desert Raider's attack speed? Same attack speed as Mana Arms. More Mangonels not being pulled on out. Sides not pushing forward. Good number of archers. Both sides have a Spring Gull. One side now has a Spring Gull. Science Force pushing forward. Should be able to run some of these forces pretty shortly. Mangonel flying up a shot there. Nope, does hit the Samurai and not the Onimusha. Mangonel falling back. Does take a volley there from his opponent's Mangonel. Falling back now. Got some stone walls on the flank. Sign has just trying to secure the flanks. Now got the keep being deployed on the center of the map. Sign's going to be deploying out keep inside the map. Sign, or Pink. Sign does have enough gold to age up. Plenty of gold. Needs more food to age up. Pink does not, but Pink is aging up now with the economic cultural wing advancement, which will of course be cheaper and slightly faster. With that, you get out some elite units. Let's see, what elite units should you get out? Primarily, I think the level 3 armor would be very useful to engage those Onobushigas primarily. Side's going for another round of stone walls over here. Pink's now going for his own set of walls, both wood and stone. Right now, Cyan does have a larger force and much higher quality force. Now, you got the Shima Gunsmith, or however you pronounce that, which will give him access to some free gunpowder units. It's being deployed out way back here. Elite Gilam research on the way, going for more mining research. Desert Raiders getting some arrows here. Gate has been built. This trade post is not within his walls, so he will not be able to get some trade going. Going for the rolling strutter triggers, the increased spring gold range. His opponent has the 2 spring golds on the field. I'm trying to click on one, see if he has. He does not have this research. Another line of pink stone walls there, rolling up the entire flank. Be a big conflict in some of the map. No boiling oil research for the Ayubid, which should be decent because Oda Tactics is being researched now. Chance of it being engaged in melee is very likely. Still just a manor, and we've got a full Shogunate castle there. Taking some damage there. Science now charge away forward. Got some hand cannoneers now mixed on in. No chemistry just yet. Mangonel's trying to push away forward. Ink's army is starting to get overran. We do have a fortified outpost here with no weapon placement. Mangonel rolls a miss there. Got 3 Spring Guards. 1 Mangonel goes down. The other one goes down as well. They do have pretty good attack speed right now. Only slightly slower than crossbows. Mangonel rolls a miss there, needs to hit those Onimushas. And Science Army does get cleaned on up. Let's see, both sides have similar reserve resources going for the final melee upgrade. Good number of farms houses pulled on out for the farms. You could go for a Daimyo Palace there at least, maybe a good idea. Just to make sure he has good food collection there. I wonder where his Yoshiros are at. He's getting another pair of Yoshiros. Maybe a good idea to make sure all the Yoshiros are set into forges to get the extra gold income. Not sure. One Yoshiro, there's a Yoshiro inside the forge there. Bombard's engaged in the keep. We do now have Bombard here. Spring Guard trying to push the way forward. Sign has a decent melee force here. Mangonel can get some good AoE damage. And there goes the rest of Science Spring Guards. He starts a good number of Spring Guards here, but about to get overrun by some infantry. A good number of Mamluke's bravery there. Does have chemistry research. Bombard does take a volley there. Spring Guards taking some hits as well. Bombard there does go down. Has a good number of hand cannoneers to engage everything. Dervish taking some hits there. Dervish does go down. More Gilams being pulled on out. Onimusha is getting tied up in some of the structures. Some of the exterior structures starting going down for Pink. And finding more in urbanized environments, which is good for the range forces. The Onobushigas trying to engage the villagers against the town center. Pink will hold here, but he is getting outflanked. So the villagers are getting hit. Pink's starting to make a counterattack. We got a keep here just to engage the Onobushigas that are running around. More forces there. Pink's hand cannoneers are in the best position against these samurai. And still don't have a whole lot of melee armor. Should really go for melee armor there. It's really helpful against the Onobushigas. House of Wisdom right now has 17,000 health, which is a good amount. Castle or Keep now deployed on the field, going for more barracks there. And Kenya's going to get overran. He's running low on resources. Over here, do have some samurai engaging the villagers. And Pink does back of the game now. There's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. This is a new game just got complete. A little bit too short. That was gorgeous. A little bit too short. A little too short. Avoid the modded map. Here we go. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn on top right side as the orange Mollies. We had 3D Brielle. Spawn bottom left side as the blue Jeanne d'Arc. We have Walm01. I just noticed, looks like the deer are right next to each other, and the trade post is tucked away in the little corner there behind these trees. Maybe a few times we'll see Chamber of Commerce. Looks like Orange has a similar spawn there with his trees. Orange Scout did get hit there. Orange does have two small gold deposits in the center. Maybe we'll see a Saharan trade network here. Ash is a guess though. Does have his deer up here next to both the stone and gold. But the Malian does have quite a bit, the resource is a bit more congested. Gold over here, got actually quite a bit of trees here, so potentially could be a decent way to get a trade route going with a large number of natural barriers. Sheep are being tasked on home. Actually running through the sheep pretty quickly. And now do have the school cavalry now being built by Jeanne d'Arc, so no Chamber of Commerce. Up here we do have the Monster Quarry to get some more gold generation. Find some sheep there. Now the Monster Quarry is now complete. Blue does have a good number of sheep falling in tow. It is running out of sheep here, so maybe need to get back home. Going for an early Royal Knight or some harassment. Mullion player knows fighting against Jeanne d'Arc, the chance of fighting Royal Knights is very likely, so it's probably a good idea to go for barracks and get out some Donzo. Mill now going for some wheelbarrow. The wood there for the Donzo for the barracks soon. Scout bringing back some sheep there, finds another sheep to lead to glory. And Blue's not bringing back on the sheep, and Blue's going to be running out very low on food and very shortly. And we do have a bunch of villagers now on stone, so she's going to eye for a secondary town center. We do now have an outpost being built by Jeanne d'Arc herself. How is Jeanne d'Arc's level up doing? Needs a little bit more. There's the Royal Knight. It should be leveled up very soon. And Blue actually has a scout there. Really should get those sheep home. That's just a good amount of food there. Jeanne d'Arc can now level up. She looks like on eye to finish the outpost first and then level up. Probably a good idea to go for the swordsman variant against the Mullions. And there we go. She now is the swordsman variant, which has a weapon mace, even though she's a man-at-arms variant. Donzo now on field. Donzo do have one melee armor. No hardened Donzo research just yet. It is queued up. Going for a archery range. Get out some javelin throwers. Good to get a couple Musafati warriors in order to hack apart Jeanne d'Arc, since they do bone damage versus armor. Maybe one or two wouldn't be half bad. And of course, got the outposts there. She's gonna be. Oh, this is gonna be annoying, isn't it? Javelin gonna take some time to deal with her. She does have 2 range armor, but she has a good amount of health there. Got a fortified outpost here, and going for arrow slit. She's going to set up blaze the house and plug inside the outpost. Nope, needs one more torch. There's it is. She needs to get inside the outpost now. She's taking some extra damage. You can let the house burn down. She's a bit of a homewrecker, isn't she? Does have another arrow slit research there, getting a little bit extra range and extra arrow. Let her just stay in the outpost, get healed up. Scout here. The scout could get inside of the outpost to get an extra arrow going. More Donzo being forward in the field. That may be enough Donzo to torch down the outpost. Then again, it is fortified, so we'll take a little bit more guys to torch it down. Orange is going as well a mining pit here. Going for walls. Next mining pit would definitely should be right there. And may want to get a keep in Castle Age to secure the area as well. Until that point, Donzo can keep the Royal Knight at bay with their javelin throw ability. Blacksmith now deployed on the field, going for siege engineers. Royal Knights and Horsemen moving around. We do have this scout moving around as well. Does get a charge attack there. Got a hit on a good number of villagers. But none of those villagers somehow goes down. Scout does go down, which will deny some spotting there. The wounded villagers being brought back. Maybe just want to be tasked onto the berries. Well, looks like being tasked to the sheep. Not a whole lot of sheep remains. And I do have a battery I'm not going on out. Definitely need to keep some Donzo in this region. Jarnock's starting to deploy out some archers now. And now the battery ram is garrison. We'll have a whole bunch of Donzo, I believe. Here comes the Royal Knights. No javelin throws there. A shot that many Donzo that could get a one-shot in javelin throws. Does get some damage there. Jarnock pops out. And there goes one Royal Knight there. Divine Restoration would not be used for that. There's a couple units inside the garrison. Archers, yeah, it's just a good idea to ban the outpost. It's not like he's going to get that killed off. Too many Donzo in the region. Holy Wrath looks like it missed. Actually, may have splashed a couple. What? Looks like some javelins got thrown there with using torch animation. And there goes another archer there. Orange has an army of 26 versus army of 6. Quality's in favor of Orange by a fair margin. And now there's a ranged damage increase. Guildhall's going on up. Jarnock's going for a little bit quicker Castle Age. This one is very far from going for Castle Age. And looks like going to be eyeing for Grand Filani Corral eventually. Town center can defend itself, but these guys can just fall back, get a battering ram out. In fact, the battering ram still pushing its way forward. Villagers taking some hits there. No textiles research, so these javelin throws are doing some good damage. A couple of Royal Knights there, try to get some hits on the villagers. Donzo will keep them safe. Battering engaging the mill. Jarnock charges our way forward. Holy Wrath. Yep, Holy Wrath was activated there, getting some good damage on those Donzo. Takes out that villager there. Royal Knights falling back. Maybe a good idea to get for Chevrolet for them. with javelin throwers and Donzo there. Guildhall is just generating food at the moment. Got the Veteran Royal Knight research. All player is still pretty far from aging up. Needs a lot more food, primarily. Going for more wooden walls. Veteran Royal Knight research is now complete, but there's only 2 Royal Knights in the field, so it's actually not really that useful. Definitely a good idea to eventually go for Jean's champions instead than Jean's riders, since she won't be fighting against any sort of crossbow. Let's take a look. She's very far from aging or leveling up. There's some Musfati warriors, the anti-armor specialist. We do also have some French man-at-arms afield, so it's a good idea to go for more than Musfati warriors. Mauling players are going to be very far from aging up, so man-at-arms are going to be pretty high quality. Musfati warriors in this age do plus 10 for heavy, so 18 damage, minus the 4 melee armor. Let's just assume up to 6. Yeah, they're going to have trouble versus the Man-at-Arms, Castle Age Man-at-Arms, though they will be a bit more cost-effective and a bit more mobile. Royal Knights moving around. Another round of wooden walls there. These wooden walls will probably need to be deleted once it gets another mining pit here. School of Cavalry is currently consecrated, so it's just barracks, not this barracks at the moment. Monarch may have another consecrate available. She does. Wolf getting some bites there. Do have these Royal Knights moving around. No chivalry researched. And we'll find some Musfati warriors there. And it looks like Boar gets killed off there. And the local doggo. Royal Knight definitely needs some chivalry. Orange right now is an army of 42 versus an army of 26. Orange still has quality. But Jeanne d'Arc does have also Castle Age units going. Has gone with a single Arbaletier. At this point in time, Arbaletier is not going to be super useful. For opponent can only deploy out one heavy unit, the Sofa, and hasn't seen these Sofas just yet, or any sort of stable whatsoever. Grand Fulani Corral not being deployed on the field to get some good food generation. Who has picked up a relic now. Last of the berries being cleaned on up. There's still more berries over here. And with all these walls now up, can claim the rest of the deer. And as well as boars, so going for all the food. You have housing going up already around the Gold Vein before the mining pit is even available. The dog is demanding the stick he's carrying. He's not giving it up, just throw the stick. Jeanne d'Arc should be able to capture up Sacred Sites, or is that only when she gets to level 3? Nope, it's whenever in Castle Age. Ordnance Company now being deployed on out. Scout does take some damage. And the monk is taking some bites. Battering Ram now pushing his way forward. Battering does go down. Lumber is rapidly being seized. She will need to start eyeing for this lumber here relatively soon. Sacred Site down here being captured on up. Orange going to capture this point here. Just a scout. We now have the veteran racers coming on in. We've got the veteran Donzo, the veteran Mustafati warriors on the way, and the veteran Javelin throwers already deployed, and the veteran Sofas as well. So going for a good number of units for the Malian player. Orange has a much smaller army now compared to his opponent, and the quality is very similar as well. Scout down, not big surprise. And we just got a good number of French man-at-arms, which you don't see all too often. One does have a good number of Mustafati warriors. Veteran Mustafati warriors. There's one. Does offer now plus 15 versus heavy, and can get up to plus 11 or 11 damage base damage. So assume can get up to 26 damage against heavy. They are vulnerable to light to archers since they are classified as light melee infantry. Oh, and looks like some Mustafati warriors may have camouflaged their way forward. One villager does go down, archers engaging. Mustafati warriors only have 110 health. Man-at-arms who have 155. They can't. Mustafati warriors are going to pick the rest of the men-at-arms, but they will be countered by the archers. At this point in time, maybe regular spearmen will offer a bit more durability against the Mustafati warriors. That honestly may not be half bad idea. Go for spearmen rather than man-at-arms. Villagers, however, are getting picked apart there. Two of the villagers do escape on out of there. Orange now going to be torching down the gate. Jeanne d'Arc needs to charge in for a Holy Wrath. Holy Wrath is not being activated. This is a really good time for Holy Wrath. And she does go down there. Could have got 2 charges of Holy Wrath off than just the one. And she's not... Oh, she does get some experience there. She respawned right here. Now, do you have the Knight variant? Does bring the champions. That was definitely going to be the option as well as the riders. And we do actually have a good number of Jeanne d'Arc spearmen now pulled on out. Spearmen will lose out for some Mustafati warriors like the man-at-arms, but they're just simply cheaper. Additionally, they do offer a bit more capability versus Sofas. Javelin throwers are just going to be still javelin throwers against them. Spearmen will be taken up with a Sofa. Sofas do plus 3 damage versus infantry, which help counter out the armor. And I've got a number of forces here. Very congested. Holy Wrath was utilized, but I think that largely missed. I know some Arbaleteers in melee range. I don't think they have Gambersons research. Orange trying to fall back there. Sophos does not want to be caught in that mix. Divine Restoration is on cooldown. No Arbaleteers remaining, at least right there. There's 3 on the field, which is not a whole lot. That monk will be hacked apart. That lady was very angry with him. Probably an ex-wife. If it was an ex-wife, it'd probably be a golf club, not a sword thing. Sword axe thing. Red Palace now being deployed on out. Red Palace is being deployed way up there to help keep the gold deposit secure and help keep the sacred site secure, so it's a good spot. Though building it is going to be relatively exposed. But blue should be fine for now. Nothing spawning the migration of villagers. And there's going to be escort force from a handful of spearmen, archers, and arbaleteers. Arbaleteers do not have their Gambeson research. Spring Gold firing away. Orange has a decent army of Sofas. Imported armor, and all the armor's been deployed up. So they have 7-7 armor right now. Pretty good. And does have a good number of spearmen there, as well as some man-at-arms. Mustafati warriors being forced on the back. Magano fires. This good hit on the Arbaletiers. He's trying to hit those archers. Springald does get hit there. Against all the sofas, Arbaletiers will be a bit more useful. And if they have Gamersons, they can actually resist Spearmen and Musfati Warrior damage quite nicely. Monarch's Court's now Imperial Age, going for the Elite Arbaletier research. As well as some more gold mining. Castle Age gold mining. Got a decent spear brace there. Got a good number of Musfati Warriors here. Jean-Arc gets ripped apart. I didn't see any Holy Wrath. At this time, I think the Jean-Arc player wish she would have gone for the Archer variant, as his Musfati Warriors was ripping her apart. Springald takes out that Mangonel. Takes out the Springald there. Blue's Springald are doing some good work. Blue's army's, however, starting to get overran a little bit. Mangonel does go down, but they splash some good amount of range forces there. Musfati Warriors have relatively low health, so they will get hit quite hard by the Mangonel. Mangonel does get saved for now. Javador's being hit. Both sides losing a significant amount of army. Looks like Blue has a much higher army kill value than Orange, so Blue's doing pretty good in combat. Or the Springald's starting to go on down. All players are very low in resources. Jean-Arc has a low in resources as well, but not as bad. Jean-Arc now herself is charging towards that Springald. Holy Wrath should be utilized again. I feel like the Holy Wrath is not on... always slightly so slow. Some spear brace there onto the sofas. Very good. Cross Arbaletiers and Archers now engaging. Just regular veteran Archer. I'm for the Elite Archer research. And right now, Jean-Arc's actually very low in food. Going for a Keep here. The Keep will provide some good defensive capabilities. And does have the Arbalest in placement. Some Blue's villagers are starting to go down here. Blue does have a spear number of villagers, but his opponent does have, of course, the Grand Fulani Corral and the Mine Pits. None of those structures are consecrated. And we're really finding a good number of Donzos, so the Jean Champ is not going to be useful against the Musfati Warriors. Boiling oil may be something good relatively soon, since this keep is important in keeping the series secure. There's Springalds here, no batting rams, no trebuchet. Monk being stabbed by a sofa. Of course, the imams in the region as well. Mine Camp will go on down. Musfati Warriors do have the camouflage ability, so it can be hard to pin it down, plus they're very fast. They have Palace Guard speed. We do now have the Girat Bara now being deployed on out. Which usually see the for the Huntress. Girat Bara is actually the rarer of the two landmarks, which allows you to pay 300 gold, increase food, global enhancement to food gathering rate, military production speeds, or damage of torches and siege attacks. One festival to be active at a time. The food gathering rate may be pretty useful. I'm pretty sure that does affect cows. There's plus 50% for 60 seconds. I wonder if that does affect cows. It probably won't affect the Grand Fulani Corral ticks, but should affect the cows themselves. See, right now they're providing 99 food per minute. In theory, that can go up to something. It may not go up by 50% due to the fact that it is multipliers on top of multipliers. All depends if the multipliers stacking each other or they multiply and add. You have a number of champions there, spawn up for free. No spear brace there, got a good number of Arbaletiers. Got the crossbow stirrups being deployed out. Does have Gamerson's research, so right now they have 8 melee armor. They can get up to 9, actually 10 melee armor in total, which is actually quite significant. And right now, if you think about it, if they get the 10 melee armor, the Musfati Warriors will only do 1 damage to them per strike. course, that would change with the elite upgrade and the elite army tactics, but still, not a whole lot. We do got some Musavati gunners on full on the field, which are slightly better than regular hand cannoneers and has camouflage ability. Some of these soldiers are going down. Holy Wrath looks like largely missed. There goes with Divine Restoration. She might be pretty close to leveling up again. Let's take a look. 3/4 of the way, or 2/3. Blue Arm pushes his way forward. Orange has nothing on the field, has plenty of food and wood. May need to go for some more Donzo at least. Something. Sofas, everything does cost quite a bit of gold. Musavati Warriors do cost 30 gold. Going for Culverin, that's 600 gold there. That's probably not really worth the time. He needs more of other things. Culverin's now pulling the field. Ground throws do also cost gold. These fellas are getting hit there. The nicest gold mine for now. Musavati gunners firing away. No chemistry just yet. Sophos may want to keep a distance from the spearmen. He's now pushing his way forward. Culverin's here very exposed. Thinking that out will keep his siege weapons quite alive. It only has 10 range armor, so even Arloteers are doing decent damage to it. It loses Culverin's a massive loss there. And she's probably very close to leveling up. Huh. Sophos get plus 24 experience. Isn't that the same experience that, say, killing off a knight? So like Sophos give extra experience for their cost. Or value. After all, they're a 180 unit. Rather than 240. Arbalers do take a hit there. Maganal takes some massive damage. Cows may be tipped. Asa will still provide some gold or food income being near the Grand Fulani Corral. His cows may just move past the town center, so if they get down, at least they can be gathered up relatively quickly. Musavati Gunner will be picked off there, or the cows being tipped. He does have a spare cattle ranch there, and Orange does back the game now. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started on the next replay, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me one moment. Sorry about that. I think my lunch is not really agreeing with me. Oh, let's go and find the game. I think we're scraping the bottom of... What was the previous map? We'll do this one. Yep, why? Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn bottom left side as the green mullions, but of course Venus 1. Spawn top left side as the orange Ayubids, we have WOM01. Both claim to be number 1. Let's see now, looks like orange's deer deposit spawned pretty far forward next to some berries. So that could be a good spot for our secondary town center. Got stone here up here as well. So orange has stuff very far forward, which both makes it pretty exposed. But it's all pretty congested there, so it's not a bad spot for our town center. Boar spawn next to deer here, but Ayubid, which means Islamic, which means no boar. Same thing over here with the Malian player. Deer next to boar, which means no extra food there. Deer. Here, got actually quite a bit of golden stone up there, so Malian player should start expanding up to the left. Can't really make use of that if it doesn't get the advanced berries like the Ayubids. House Wisdom not being employed on out. Of course, there's a mining pit here. There are 4 gold deposits on each side of the map, so the Malian player will have access to all the gold, and now going for military wing reinforcements. Sheep now being obtained. Monster quarry now going on up. Green will need to bring back some sheep relatively soon. Orange will find a sheep here. Orange seems like it's doing pretty good at finding sheep. Green looks like it's having trouble getting sheep. So the Malian player will need to start really eyeing for this deer. He may, of course, go for the cattle ranches, go to the Grand Fulani Corral. Does take some arrow hits there. Both players now in feudal age. Let's get the free Desert Raider. Desert Raider pushing his way forward. They do have an archer range not going on up, which Javelin Thrower should get bonus damage to the Desert Raider now, thinking about it. After all, the Javelin Throwers do get bonus damage to range. Desert Raider is classified as light, melee, and range. So, and it has no inherent range armor, so it's probably a very good idea to go for Javelin Throwers. One Javelin Thrower is being deployed on out. Scout here with some sheep in tow. Orange doing really good with the sheep. Green has some sheeple there and going for barracks as well. One's going for a faster castle. That seems pretty common for the Ayyubids right now. Fast castle. Javelin Thrower does get some damage there. Yep, it's definitely getting bonus damage against the Desert Raider, taking 12 damage per hit. Got some villagers over here. A little bit exposed, but not in any sort of threat. Now the mining pit now be employed on out onto this large gold vein, which can give him some extra gold. No mining camp over here, and probably could get another house as well. I was only providing 87 gold per minute. What did I just hear? Housing now going on up. We do now have the wheelbarrow being researched. Wait, do those always make that sound effect when they get built? Either way, got a good number of Javelin Throwers now deployed on outfield. 2 Desert Raiders right here. They have the melee mode active. Mining camp now going on up. This will get him the 102 gold per minute. Cow does get buffed there, so he's going to eat some of the cows. Not going for the cattle ranches. He may be going for the Fambia garrison. Passing some villages there to the gold deposit. Scout and Desert Raiders are pushing the way forward. They can always go for archer attack to help finish off some of these units. Taking some good damage there. Village does go down. Textile's not in research at the moment. Scout takes some pretty sizable hits. Javelin Throwers there. One Orange's villages also go down as well. The Javelin Throwers and Donzo moving around. Down south, we got the Desert Raiders and the Scout trying to torch down some housing. Being a bit of a home wrecker, they are. A number of villagers there on the wood. And it looks like Donzo's got a good volley there onto the Desert Raiders, keeping them at bay. He's currently denying the mining camp. He is not aging at the moment. He's already at castle wage. He has one for economic growth. Moss going on up, getting some camel lances out in the field. Getting some hits there from the Javelin Throwers. These are was a Camel Lancer, not a Desert Raider. So no bonus damage onto it, and range armor. One player still pretty far from aging up. I think I see some cattle ranches being pulled on out. Actually, no, I don't. Those are just all military production structures. Some damage on the Camel Lancer. Spear brace. Nope, no spear brace. And actually get a charge attack there. Donzo will be quickly picked apart there. He's out Camel Lancer and Desert Raider. This Desert Raider will also go down. Javelin Throwers are going to go straight for the scouts as they can kill that one. And may avoid the Camel Lancer go straight for the villagers probably. But they will be taken out entirely. Camping the relic there. He saw the mosque earlier, so trying to deny the dervishes from picking up the relics. On the player, still just eating the cows. Green does have a decent force on the field. His opponent's still going for just going to transition to archers to counter the Danzo. Javelin Throwers will of course counter the archers, and now we've got the veteran archer research, no blacksmith research. These forces move around. Outpost is garrison. No upgrades onto it. Villagers, one does go down there. Javelin Throwers getting some good hits. Alonso will torch down the outpost, no problem. The villager does go down there. Camel or Desert Raider does go down. Archers are getting picked off by the Javelin Throwers. Veteran archer research almost complete. We'll give them some extra health and damage to work with. +2 damage is very important. It basically improves their damage against them by 60% or 66%. Eventually it allows them to take an extra javelin throw. Yeah, maybe 2. Danzo engaging this Camel Lancers. Got around a palisade walls here. This mining camp has been fully encased with housing, no mining camp. So we'll provide 140 gold per minute, not bad. There goes that Camel Lancer. Danzo's Javelin Throw ability does do bonus damage to cavalry, so they're very good. Ivy plays at Golden Age Tier 2, going its first food economic research. Only has wheelbarrow research priorly. His one only has the lumber or the double broad axe. Green's not moving around. Javelin Throwers may get overran here. We do have an outpost here. Not many Javelin Throwers in this region, just the 5. Villagers have avoided combat. And looks like he's going to move around to over here and try to re-engage the mining camp. Orange has a slight village advantage thanks to economic wing growth. Some of these villagers are going down. So even out the villager numbers. And this outpost will be ripped apart. This force will not be able to save these villagers in time. 2 more villagers go down. And those villagers are done. All of them are now down. And Orange's army does pose a threat to the Danzo, not necessarily to the Javelin Throwers. But right now, he won't be able to really engage successfully against this force. He may win out, but he'll lose a large amount of his army. Wolf getting some bites there. Do have +1 range damage at the moment. Doing 15 damage per attack, or 14 with the armor, against the Danzo. However, +1 damage will not make it his damage. May kill Danzo 1 less hit. It definitely allow him to overpower the Javelin Throwers a little bit easier. Right now he has enough archers to have to one-shot the Javelin Throwers. Does sacrifice the Javelin Throwers there to allow his Danzo to escape. And the Javelin Throwers, since they have so much range armor, they can withstand a lot more abuse than Danzo. So he will save those Donzo. Got a good number of javelin throwers here. And the Maulin player is nowhere near aging up. He's investing all of his gold. Sending a large number of villagers to collect the gold now. And still no cattle ranches. He's just been eating the cows. Has a good number of cows on the field. Gavin throws from being micro quite nicely. Takes out the Desert Raider with a massive amount of overkill. Rotate the Donzo to engage occasionally with their spear throw ability. Warren's not falling back. He can win this fight, but won't be a great win. Going for more archers now. Take some hits there. He also could go for a Mangonel. Could try a Tower of the Sultan as a possibility. Downthrows will have extreme trouble versus that. Because he does have Mamluk's Bravery now research. The village does go down there to the Donzo, try and cook the deer. There's quite a bit of food here, his natural food, so unable securing that is a bit of a problem. Orange does have a dervish here. He has claimed of 2 relics. Relic number 3 can be right here, but that won't be relic number 3. Another relic's way down here, and the last relic is actually safe back here, next to some deer and berries. Additional range damage not being researched by the Ayubid. He could have won, so that all got placed safe, and now he will get impaled. No scout here for spotting. Both sides do not have a scout on the field. Almost all this wood has been claimed now. Opponent does some wood back here. And going for siege engineers, he is still not getting enough gold to age up at the moment. He also got some Giloms here. Giloms should be very effective against his opponent. Gem Lancer finds some villagers here, getting some good hits. Textiles have not been researched. I got the sofas right there, but the sofas will be shanked. And got a good number of javelin throws here, and Donzo's getting some good kills on these villagers. Green now has more villagers than his opponent. Green's now falling on back. Over here, got the Scam Lancer now getting some Green's villagers, getting some good hits. And looks like the Cam Lancer is taking some some Donzo stabs there. Green's trying to fall back. Got some Musafati warriors now being put on the field to help engage the Giloms. Gavin throws slowly being whittled down. Donzo's going to be rotating back around to engage these villagers once again. It's going for an outpost, but Donzo can quickly watch that. And now Green's going for a massive round of battering rams. He's going to try to end the game now. He has to kill 2 landmarks, the primary town center and the House of Wisdom, which is approximately 19,000 health he has to go through. But he does have now 4 battering rams on the field. Green's army is 60 for 64. Green has a higher quality thanks to battering rams, but remove the 800 here. Actually, Green still has a higher quality. I suppose archers are 80, javelin throwers are much higher than 80, 120, and Donzo are 90. Gilom's going down, got some Musafati warriors mixed on it. They will be report by the archers, but they will do bonus damage to the Giloms. Giloms still posing threat. They do have +2 range armor, so javelin throwers are doing about 3 damage to them each, which is not great. So it's those javelin throws there in order to engage the archers. This fight could go either way, honestly. Some orange archers did get distracted by the battering rams. The green's army saw him whittled down. Orange also has a much higher kill value than green by a significant amount. Sofas will be very useful against these units, but they don't have access to imported armor in this age. And the bonus damage is like 2. Camel Lance is now engaging as well. The Malian player has enough gold to age up now, needs a lot more food. Cattle do have the same collection rate as deer. He may want to go down here for this set of deer. He does have probably a good number of cow carcasses there. It's hard for me to tell. Yeah, good number of javelin throwers here, 18 versus 48, so they're still severely outnumbered. And Mamluk's Bravery will help them with follow-up kills, because it will give them extra damage, while helping pierce the armor a little bit better. Town Center will fire some good fire support, Sofa charges way forward. But 3 range armor is not too significant versus 9 damage. And Sofa will pursue and picked off. Going for a battering ram now. Green has a good number of battering rams he's just simply unable to utilize. Has a large amount of wood here. He's relying solely on passive gold income. I nope, he's going for another mining camp here. He really needs to age up as soon as he can. Bombay at Garrison. I think he's going to try to go right there. There's a Bombay at Garrison. Battery now engaging. The mining pit there. Business in gold income is very not good. He will have can pull out another mining pit here once he ages up. A couple camel lances here. Javelin throws here for defense, which will turn the camels into porcupines. Bombay Garrison's being put on the southern side of the map. Villagers are migrating out of here. Good number of down cows, that's for sure. Goes off a cow. Trying to select all the cows. It was hard for me to do that. Wait. Cows can trade. Wolves. Getting a bite there to try and cook that berry bush as a food source. Any food is better than none. And the cow carcasses can trade, but not the cows. Try and build walls there to escape on out. Wolf will bite some of the javelin throwers. Bombay Garrison not being utilized at the moment. Again, quite a bit of food there. Villagers migrating up north. We do have some torches up here. Nope, just batting rams. Villagers migrating over here as well. Going very risky for right there. Maybe I had to go for the stone deposit to get out of keep. Help them keep the land. Batting rams will be found, which will give Green some time to breathe. Green right now has an army of 21 versus an army of 84, which is not good. And bowling out going 3 more sofas, so not an adequate army. Needs gold and food. Elon's charging way forward. These are veteran gem throwers, so they have more damage now, 10 base damage. Those do 5 damage right now to the Gilons, which is not good enough. Good Archer Gilon force here. Orange could throw a large number of villagers there onto wood collection in order to get some more batterings to really close up the game. So supposed to be taking out these battering rounds, but right now still not a great position. Townsend needs to be garrison, needs those arrows firing because right now he needs the fire support. Sofas they do have import armor, so now they have 7 range armor as well as 5 melee armor. They do need to get that melee armor up to engage the Gilons better. But now they have a good amount of armor to engage the archers, and the multiplayer does back the game now. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Gonna find another player. So my voice is starting to go out already. Last online 4 days ago, so let's go to him. Here we go. 18's a little bit short. 24 minutes, we could probably do this one. So I've done way too much in iBids right now. Japanese, feels like Japanese and iBids are basically the most common civs right now. With Jeanne d'Arc as well. I don't know since it's Byzantine. English is still pretty common, but... And Byzantines and English are pretty common, are a comparable matchup. English, they both rely on farming economies as their primary benefit. English does good, better food and some gold generation. Byzantines, of course, get the olive oil, which could be a good replacement for gold. Greetings, everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn bottom left side as the blue English, we have Divine DFP. On north side as the red Byzantines, we have Monochroro. And since we don't see the berry bushes immediately being collected up, he's going for the Grand Winery. And in which, if he puts a Grand Winery right there, he can get both berry deposits in the radius of the Grand Winery. When it comes to other generation, we've got deer here next to some gold and stone. Boar in the back line next to some more stone. And a small deer deposit here. Blue has his deer stone off in the corner as well, with gold and deer next by. And berries over here, but English players tend to never touch berries. They occasionally do touch deer, since it is a good collection rate. Overall, the English farm economy is just very good. The only thing I'm curious is, will the Byzantine player place the Grand Winery in between the 2 berry deposits? Got the cistern here as well, level 1 cistern, getting to plus 10% collection rate. And puts a Grand Winery not in between the 2 berry deposits. We'll put it actually pretty far forward, which means it's going to be a little bit more exposed. And there's no trade post in the map as well, so no chance for any sort of field mercenary play. Council Hall now going on up. Something tells me we're going to see a fast cast for both players, but that's just a hunch right now. Let's get some of the berry bushes now. We have another cistern going on up. This will help. That's a weird spot for a cistern, honestly. Could be if he would have put a cistern here, help him collect the stone, gold, and deer, but did not. He is going for some mercenaries, going for the Silk Road Mercenaries, which give him access to the Javelin Throwers, Camel Riders. No, did he cancel that? Nope, it just has a really fast research time. And also the Grenadiers. Grenadiers could be pretty useful against the English, who tend to go a bit more heavy into the man-at-arms department. Javelin Throwers are also going to be very useful as well. Each player has now aged up. We do have an early town center here for the English. Only have the secondary town center next to the gold deposit. So I'm for some eco play. And red is also going for some stone, so I'm for another town center himself. Going for a round of Javelin Throwers for defense. This one does not have a longbowman on the field just yet. A red scout will spot the lack of military units. We'll take a couple arrow hits there. Javelin Throwers deployed on the field, which will ward away the scout. Let's also alert him what type of mercy he's gone for. Sheep down. And a tertiary town center now being pulled up by the English. So we're going to see the White Tower. We may deploy the White Tower on the low ground. We will likely see for the Byzantine player, the Golden Horn Tower, because the landmark cistern is really not useful. Scout almost goes down, does not lose any more sheep. Going for some longbowmen, just for defense. He is actually collecting up deer, which is pretty rare for the English. Has 1 mill on the field, 2 farms. Byzantine players about ready to age up. As a secondary town center here. Be more villages on stone just to get more aqueducts and cisterns. Definitely get a cistern over here to get towards the Grand Winery, and put a cistern over here to get the stone, gold, and deer. Third cistern has blood out over here to help collect the berries. Also does cover some wood deposits. 8 longbowmen on the field. Golden Horn Tower now being built. The English player is still a little bit far away from aging up. Golden Horn Tower being pulled out here. Another aqueduct over here, which is a relatively strange spot there. I still think this is a good spot. This will help with the wood collection, that's for sure. Javelin Throwers trying to keep these longbowmen away. Maybe a good idea not to go for better mercenary contracts just yet, and just so you can get more of the Javelin Throwers. 2 more Javelin Throwers have gone down. He is building some Javelin Throwers as well. He has quite a bit of olive oil stored on up, which is provoking reaction, consumes olive oil on these mercenaries. The White Tower not being pulled on the field. It's going to be in defensive position at home, not in an aggressively defensive position in the bottom of the crater. Grand Winery is starting being encircled by some olive groves. Do we see any monks on the field? We do have a monk being pulled on out from the Grand Winery. But it's there onto the longbowmen. Longbowmen will be pursued to the ends of the earth, which is located right there. He could aggravate Boar. Yeah, might as well aggravate Boar. You're going to lose the longbowmen either way. Does not aggravate Pumbaa. You can get some camel riders with the veteran mercenary contract. But also maybe a good idea just to start storing up olive oil and eye for grenadiers. His opponent is not He's going for straight to Imperial Age, looks like. We don't see any sort of military unit production at the moment. He's pulling out some basic palisade walls to secure the flanks. 3 farms fully encircled. Another set of farms there. A little bit forward. Maybe a better idea to start pulling the farms towards the left. Getting outposts here as well, which help him spawn into the shrubbery. Another line of wooden walls over here as well. Monk taking time to capture some relics. Blue could go for a monk as well. Relics placed inside the Grand Rhino provides olive oil rather than gold, which is of course a little bit more flexible in some cases than getting gold. That also means you're stuck just only getting mercenaries to that olive oil, which can be good and bad. Grenadiers, it all depends how effective grenadiers and or javelin throwers will be. Cavalry riders are a bit more of a niche unit. They're more of an they're an anti-cavalry unit. Probably a good idea to go for the 4 Engineer Company if he wants to make use of Camel Riders, since they get the extra armor. Do Grenadiers get affected by... Sorry about that. Do Camel Riders get... or Grenadiers get affected by Pyrotechnics? And do you get that from 4 Engineering Company? You guys gonna roll out some random... Camel Riders there. Berkshire Castle means deploying this sort of map will help provide influence in center gold deposits. We'll need to rush straight into the enclosures research. That's one reason why you tend to go straight for Imperial Age for the English, is for enclosures. Berkshire Castle will provide some good defense. It may reach out all the way to here. It's hard to tell with the slope, but I think it will reach out to right around here to the attack range. Javelin Thrower is making his advance, and now his withdrawal. Looks like it does reach out all the way here, but this can be inaccurate with all the slopes there, the reticle. Going for central gold now. Do have an outpost here for spotting. Red does not spot this. Small amount of palisade walls can be useful. Going for also another round of palisade walls there. Post research on the way. Going for the wood chopping and the mining research. And so far, probably still has Vanguard man-at-arms. I don't even... Yeah, Stoke has a Vanguard man-at-arms. It's got no research whatsoever. He may try to go straight into hand cannoneer production. He's going straight for hand cannoneer production. So he may want to actually go for a small amount of around of stone walls to get extra range. Red's going for some backline walls there. Got a good number of olive groves here. Going for the Palatine School, not for the 4 Engineering Company. All this olive oil should go probably straight to Grenadiers, but in this case, it won't be super great against hand cannoneers, so it could be. I don't really know. I rarely ever see Grenadiers even built by the Chinese, so I really can't say how the matchup fares against hand cannoneers. It will be very useful against English men-at-arms, that's for sure. You may want to at least get a barracks out in order to start getting the elite man-at-arms research progressing, because right now he still just has this Vanguard man-at-arms. Does get a cistern out here to help with the various collection rates. Gonna place a bit more up here to skim more of the trees. Camel Riders are not going to be super great at this moment in time. Red will get an outpost here, which will spot this stuff. Camel Riders charging by 4. They will be annihilated by the Berkshire Castle. They have no one range arm at the moment. Exiles has been researched, and he does spot all the hand cannoneers. Both players now in age 4. We do have some cataphracts not being pulled out by the Byzantine. He knows about those hand cannoneers, so Magnos will be very useful. Res Villager will get gunned down. Going for Armor Clad, getting the regular Man at Arms research now complete. He just needs to get Elite Man at Arms now, and maybe get Elite Army Tactics. And all the other Blacksmith research, which he's now going for the armor now. He's just getting Man at Arms, primarily meant for the front line. Not necessarily for damage dealing. Elite Cataphracts have now been researched. They do offer good damage. Their trample ability can be useful. It was really hit or miss onto the trample ability. It's going for Numeri. And the Palatine School will produce out some occasional free Cataphracts, 30% to get a duplicate. Multiple barracks now been pulled on out. Going for Man at Arms in Berkshire Castle as well. Elite Man at Arms on the way. More Javelin Throwers being pulled out, which should be actually pretty decent for us as the Hand Cannoneers. They have 4 tower range. Javelin Throwers do have 6 tower range. And of course, bone damage versus range. He has not gotten the Elite Mercenary contracts on the way. And has a massive amount of olive oil stockpiled up. So he may be eyeing for a massive wave of Grenadiers. He can get out 6 rounds of Grenadiers, which would be 12 Grenadiers. So yeah, I've got 6 rounds of Grenadiers now queued on up. Going for Chemistry as well, which I believe that will be affected by the Grenadiers. This gold is being cleaned on up, and that's the last of his gold deposit on that's safe. He needs to start eyeing to expand out to this direction. And he's actually very low in gold right now. He does have a bit of wood and food, so maybe if someone thinks his army is some Lintani, let's just get him a front line, which also can be duplicated by the Palatine School. And there's the rest of his gold now consumed. Does it have a whole lot of stone? Maybe, yeah, going for a bit of stone here just to get out a keep. Because getting a keep or 2 next to this gold would be useful. The English player has plenty of food and gold right now. Actually, a bit of stone still left inside the map. Could it be a possibility for him to actually eye for the Wonder? 5,000 stone is a large amount of stone, but he does have enough stone inside the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, which will give him... He may have enough stone in order to get out a Wonder. English man is pushed before. They don't have their final melee armor. The armor attacks on the way. And we also do see the greased axles, probably going out for some battergrams or something. 4 Grenadiers on the field. Let's take a quick look at the stats of Grenadiers, since it's a pretty rare unit to see on the field. See, they do 12 damage, siege damage. So they will do full damage to most items. They do have tracking similar to Magnos. Their grenades can be dodged. They only have 3 tower range. It's not too great. That's wonder if pyrotechnics affect them. Their attack speed is the same as archers, so they're basically an armor-piercing archer with AoE. So they should be very effective versus these Elite Man arms. Javelin Throwers need to focus down those and Cannoneers. This is overkilling some of them. Quite a bit, actually. Needs to get those javelins in 2 separate control groups. Going for Keep here. Keep is halfway built. Grenadiers get good damage. Their Cataphracts are nice and durable. They're 405 health right now. Trample ability have been utilized there. The English player is losing some hand cannoneers. He doesn't have a whole large number of field. Going for Man at Arms. Right now, the Byzantine army is good versus the Man at Arms and does have appropriate temperatures, so the limited number of hand cannoneers is points going on now. Cataphracts charge the way forward. He does have the vulnerability trample effect, giving them increased damage to anything that passes through. And the Grenadiers will provide excellent damage to those Man at Arms. Keep now pulled on out here, which will have trouble versus the Man at Arms, because they have high armor. Who's now going for Chemistry. Apparently he didn't get Chemistry just yet. And some of these Grenadiers are getting hit there. Losing these Grenadiers is actually a bit of a problem. He does have some Camel Lancers in the field, or Camel Riders, which are not great at this moment in time. Red needs to start falling back, does grab some gold there with the Englishman arms, just here in good numbers. He has the gold to waste and replace them, and Red backs out of the game now. Didn't get the Limitania research. If we got that, he would be better off. This Anagrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see. Let's see, that was Golden Pit. Which one of these? Probably that one. A little bit shorter, same factions, different player. Do that one, but it's a little bit too short. Too short. I'm sort of in the mood for anything above like 25 minutes. How long was that? 13, way too short. So let's find another player. Let's see, last online 2 days ago. And hidden. Here we go. Got some replays here. 16's too short. Yeah, it's been a while since I last cast Delhi Sultanate and Abbasid. Could do that one, even though it's a little bit short. Avoid the mod map. It's way too short. Could do that one as well. And not a big fan of mirror matchups. Let's just go ahead and do the Delhi Sultanate versus Abbasid. Oh, it's a mod map. Yep. And now I have to wait for this to air out. Yep, sorry about this. And that'll be a no. Because my game does not really want to download these modded maps. Let's just go into another player, since nothing too particularly good there. I wonder if that's the right player. It's not. Let's see. Maybe this one? Maybe? Nope, it's not. Yep, not sure. Can't really figure out that one. Got a Smurf one here. Hidden. Oh boy, another guess. Not that one. At least I can go through all these. There we go. And hidden. There we go. Got some replays here. We could do this one. A little bit on the shorter side. Let's just take a look around. Don't want to do mirror matchups. Here we go. Got a decent length one here. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another HPARS 4 replay. Spawn on the center side, or left side as the blue English, we have Cracked here. Spawn on the right side as the red Jeanne d'Arc, we have Elo. When it comes to map generation, looks like reds, both the deer spawned forward, relatively close by to each other. One pretty close to the fish, so putting a dock here can also be used as a food drop-off point here. Red does have a deer deposit next to the boar and next to the berries, so quite a bit of food right there. But it is of course English, and there's a good chance the English player will not even eat the deer. Deer down there. Gold looks like pretty spread out for the English. Wood is actually off to the sides a little bit. Red has hardly any wood actually spawned near the town center. Look at this. It's absolutely barren back here. So red sort of got screwed out on some wood, safe wood. Gold spawned a bit close by, a bit closer than blues, I would say. Yeah, I would say both sides didn't get too spectacular map generation. Those will be a fair fight. School cavalry is now going on up. English player has already gotten wheelbarrow. And now get the council hall. And this is Jeanne d'Arc, not the French, so she can, of course, level up. Against the English tend to go for longbowmen, archer compositions, crossbowmen, so Jeanne's riders could be useful. But if the English player goes more into spearman compositions, since he's fighting against a French variant, which means Royal Knights, Jeanne's champions would also be decent as well. Scout will spot stuff. He will spot the early Royal Knight. Royal Knight has been put on the field. He may try and impale some of the sheep. And Red's Knight is going straight to his opponent's town center. Did I just hear palings? Looks like I got some palings being pulled on out. And looks like the English player does get enough stone for a town center. Villager does get impaled, went the wrong way around. The palings have been dismantled there. So we got a nice little early kill there for the Jeanne d'Arc. The secondary town center has not been pulled on field, needs more wood for that. And Jeanne d'Arc has gone for the hunter variant, so she is the archer. Does get palings out there. Does not stop any of them because it does take a moment to build. Paling does connect on this one there. Red Scout does go down. Town Center does get some decent damage there. Only losing the longbowman there. No villagers. Oh, looks like he does have a sheep there, which he threw an arrow into. Failings have been deployed on out once again. He's focused on this wounded royal knight. Consider may get some arrows there. Does avoid the paling. This one does not find the palings. They do disappear in time. The English Town Center does have 2 arrows, which does offer more damage there. Royal Knights charging way forward, trying to engage. This one does fall back. Needs to just hang out till Chivalry. There's another one pretty wounded as well. The Jeanne d'Arc may want to eye for Chivalry sooner rather than later. Does have a couple villagers there on gold. Jeanne d'Arc's not pushing her way forward. She may have killed off a boar or 2. House going on up. Looks like English player has put up enough wood for a town center and does have a bit of wood for some farms. 2 of these Royal Knights are quite wounded. She does have Divine Restoration. Probably a good idea to get these Royal Knights next to each other and use Divine Restoration. There we go. Much needed health on 2 of them. Chivalry still be a good idea. And I do have some archers being played by Jeanne d'Arc. English player still going for some longbowmen. No barracks in the field to get out some hardened spearmen. And he does not have to worry about researching the hardened spearmen research because he can't deploy regular spearmen. Good pick there with the Divine Arrow. Divine Arrow does what, 40 damage in this level? If it does. And also, I don't see the number of charges switch over Jeanne d'Arc. Now we can see the number of charges. Over more wood there, plugging behind some farms. There's a good amount of area for farms right here. And now I got textiles from research by English player, which makes sense. He wants to avoid the 2-shot kills from the Royal Knights. And his opponent is just applying some aggression. Right now the English player has no villagers on gold, has 1 single coin in inventory. That coin would be very useful for coin flips for determining heads and tails. We got consecration onto the School Cavalry, going for some horsemen and some Royal Knights. War is down. Got some longbowmen there. Finds a good volley there in the archer. Blue scout is right there, so should be able to fire some arrows across the trees. Always has a small amount of palisade walls there just to protect these villagers to try and collect the wood. He could go for this backline wood deposit. It would be a bit exposed. In fact, his opponent is there, hence why he didn't go for it. Another Divine Arrow there. Scout does eat some hits, and Scout stays alive with 1 health. And does get another set of Divine Restoration there. So far, Blue's only killed off this opponent's Scout. Nothing else. He does, of course, have a secondary Scout on the field. Now I got Chivalry being researched. Numbers Royal Knights are quite wounded, so Chivalry will be very useful for them. I also got the Siege Engineers. She's going to try to end the game sooner rather than later. Scout down, not big surprise. House there. Did fire Divine Arrow there on one of the villagers. I wonder if they actually connected. One villager did take 40 damage, so that Divine Arrow did in fact connect. You now have a barracks being put on the field. There's Chivalry. Going for some men-at-arms will help engage those archers, but going for spearmen will help engage the Royal Knights. Maybe a mix of both would be good. It's going for a big round of spearmen. Doesn't really have the gold income. Well, it does have some gold income and some food. Oh, got a massive round of palings. Over here, do have the Royal Knight charge his way forward. Take some fire there. We do have 1 range armor there. No range damage right now for the English player. So these longbowmen would do 2 damage each versus that Royal Knight. Archer down. Royal Knight will now move faster into his death. 2 battering rams here. Consecrate's now available as well. Going for that stable, so maybe consecrating. Yeah, the consecrating town center is probably a good idea. Batter rams there. Massive round of palings. Batter rams taking quite a bit of damage there. Those lose some of those units. Spearmen and villagers. Villagers are all except for 1 goes down. He's going to just repair the town center. Spearmen do not get a spear brace there on the horsemen. Horsemen's going to go down there. And all of the archers are being picked off. Jean d'Arc does do bonus damage versus light melee. Jean d'Arc has gone down to the longbowman. Very nice. We got a number of palings there, so he will find some palings there. Town center is now ablaze. Does find some palings there. And all the palings now gone. Blue has a handful of villager advantage. And Blue should be able to hold this out. He has enough longbow to engage these archers. Jean d'Arc has been redeployed. Villagers not coming forward for some torches. Got another Royal Knights here. They will have to versus all of these longbowmen and spearmen. Does take out the barracks there before going down. And there goes that batter round. English player has lost quite a bit there. Does have more villagers. Red has a higher army quality thanks to those knights. Longbow moving around. Do have a number of these mills and farms going on up. Does have a bit of wood reserved for more farms. And there's more farms there. There actually may be more farms and villagers queued up. I got some palisade walls there. This area is completely walled off. But these villagers are taking some hits there. Will likely die. They all do in fact die. And Red's now streaming some more reinforcements. We got more archers and knights there. Spearman does get some spear braces there, but does go down. He's Dallas's last spearman. And does have +1 range damage, so now he's doing 3 damage per arrow against the Royal Knights. Not great, but not bad. Definitely need more spearmen. Going for another pair of spearmen. He only has that 1 barracks right here. His opponent does have no wood reserves, so can't buy any more batting rams, but we do have more of the archers now being streamed on in, as well as more knights. Consecrate onto the archer range and on the stables. Maybe better to go consecrate the town center than the archer range. An archer does get deployed in 15 seconds, costs 30 food, minus 8 food roughly. So that would be approximately, let's just say, 24 food per minute. Villagers do build at 50 food at 20 per second, so that cost reduction would probably be around the 30, so it's actually probably better to get the town center consecrated than the archer range right now. Or so with Ordnance Company, it will affect the wood, but right now for just value, it's better to go for the town center than the archer range. Assuming there's 100% production on both, which is more likely to be true for the town center. For the stable, yeah, horsemen are expensive in food, sword, and knights, so it's generally very good to get the discount onto that. In actuality, Royal Knights do cost, what, 140 food, and that goes reduced by 35. Yeah, that's close to 70 food per minute. Yeah, that's very good. Longbowman moving around. Royal Institute now being deployed and out. He's going to eye for the Royal Bloodlines, which will be very useful. So it'd be a good idea to go for the Elite Archer or the Veteran Archer Research, as well as a Veteran Royal Knight. And when you get to Royal Bloodlines onto Veteran Royal Knights, you get over 300 health. That makes them incredibly durable. Plus, you can always get a little bit extra armor advantage against your opponent. And the Royal Knights can get up to 7 or 6 armor, and these Longbowmen can do 7 damage, though they could potentially only do 1 damage against Royal Knights until his opponent can age up and counter out that. So he will need quite a bit of gold to get all the research going, but I believe in him. Royal Bloodlines immediately being researched. And Veteran Royal Knight, he needs the additional range armor, which he does need a bit more gold for. Oh, Horsemen in this age can get up to, what, 5 armor? So that even themselves would be very good against those Longbowmen, plus they also do benefit from Royal Bloodlines as well. He's now playing some more Spearmen, very nice. More Archers never hurt, and Mangonels would be very useful right now for the Jeanne d'Arc. Oh, and now we do have the Mounted Archer Jeanne d'Arc. It does get out the champions, would be very useful against those spearmen. Additionally, this also does improve her Divine Arrow to do 100 damage, which will one-shot archers, even Castle Age archers and crossbowmen. And she will one-shot hardened spearmen. I think veteran spearmen have 110 health. So right now, Jeanne d'Arc is incredibly deadly. Level 2 melee Jeanne d'Arc is better than level 2 hunter ranged Jeanne d'Arc, but when it comes to level 3 and 4, I believe the ranged version is better. Do you now have the White Tower being put on a field? Very defensively. Healing's not going on up. He's definitely going to need that extra armor. Veteran Archer resource away. He's getting caught up onto the Archer range, which is a bit of a problem for Fred. Straightforward. Jeanne d'Arc. Or Jeanne d'Arc plus 0's there, apparently. That may be the Palings actually in that plus 0. Divine Arrow can be cast in once again, might as well utilize it. Archer's getting caught up on terrain once again. The White Tower is firing away, which will offer a good fire support. So the extra arrows will only do 7 damage, in which that may only do 1 damage to the Veteran Royal Knights. So they will be hard to kill off the Royal Knights still. Focus on the archers right now. So it does have, of course, the regular arrows, its primary arrows firing, which will do some good damage to those Royal Knights, as well as the primary town center will also good damage as well. A little bit extra damage. Oh, the French player also had some man-at-arms. Jeanne's champions just got picked off there, but it's still going to have heavy armor there. The English player does have the Count's Fall, which means crossbowmen at a faster rate. English player is slightly behind in villager production right now, or villager deployment, since his opponent doing a good job killing his villagers off. These two also have 6 range armor, so these longbowmen will only do 1 damage each against them. Spearmen will do a little bit more damage at a grand total of 4, which could be countered to put it down to 2. English player is now getting a crossbowman out, which will be very useful. Has Jeanne d'Arc got any relics? She's claimed 1. She needs to go for more. You can easily claim the other 3 in the middle of the map. Not likely going to claim this one. Unless... Is she going to make a swipe at it now? A number of structures are consecrated. Village team taking time to clean up the shorefish. Shorefish do collect the same rate as deer. though they do have the same capacity as regular other food sources, not the hunting ones. They'll collect up quickly, but make a large amount of trips. Got these forces pushed way forward. 4 Arbaletiers mixed on in. We got 9 crossbowmen, 5 more on the way for the English player. I still need a round of spearmen just for front lines. English players, or the Jarnarch's going for more mana arms. That crossbowman will picked on off. Spearmen do not get any spear braces there. Looks like I did hear a couple spear braces. Knights being picked on off. Main arms forward. Divine Restoration has been utilized. She can get Divine Arrow can one-shot villagers. Even improved textile Mongol villagers. As I got more of the Knights pushing forward over here. We'll impale some of the villagers as well. And arms against some of these crossbowmen over there. Jarnarch 6 and hit. She's classified as a light range, not heavy range, so she won't receive bonus damage from those crossbows. Has some torches there on these outposts. Their arrows doing 8 damage, which means 2 damage per arrow. Not great. Some of these forces starting to regroup. More crossbows there. Charging way forward. Some longbowmen got hit. He let the longbowmen get hit so he could save the crossbows. Man arms got overkilled there big time. And thanks to the extra health on these veteran Royal Knights, it's really even hard for even crossbows to take them down. Let's take another villager there. Spearmen will be taken on out. Let's get another round of champions. Champions can get +1/+1 armor being near Jean. Supposed to get up to 6 range armor. Offer a bit more damage than regular mana arms and poor bonus damage for spearmen. But they're not really worth their cost. They do have more health than mana arms, that's for sure. They're more of a counter unit than a mass-produced unit like the mana arms. After all, mana arms only cost 120, while the Jean's champions do cost 200. They're not really worth 200. So they can be improved by some research, like the companion equipment. Network of castles now active. Has some spearmen for frontline defense, decides just to leave the gold mines. Don't believe he can defeat that army. Red has claimed 3 relics, picked up the 4th. Blue has picked up 1. The monastery's right there, so it's not really a usable spot there. He may just want to keep the monk around here for the conversion ritual. Stone outcropping has very low stone remains, so we better make sure that doesn't get fully depleted, so it's not opening the walls. There's a monk. Wait. Red picked up this relic. Blue picked up a relic down south. I was not expecting that. Monk down. Jarnarch's probably halfway leveling up. Yes, she is. We now have a Mangonel on the field, which will put some holes in those Arbaletiers and soften up those mana arms. There's actually not enough room there to traverse the Mangonel. Oh, there is. You now got the Ordnance Company research. starting to engage there. Spearman push way forward. Does get some hits there. Divine Restoration has been activated. Divine Arrow has been activated there. Mangonel is taking some damage, but is alive. Mangonel is now down. I think the Divine Arrows were utilized against it. Very nice. White Tower Overran does not have holding oil research nor the network of citadels. It's there. More of the man-at-arms living whittled down by the crossbows. Looks like the blue will hold on. The crossbows will quickly disintegrate by the town center and by the white tower. So we've got Jeanne d'Arc here. She has 4 range armor at the moment. And these forces totally being whittled on down. We got this outpost here. And we've got a good number of exposed villagers right there. One villager does go down there. And Red's now starting to fall back. Blue has a very good destroy value. And has 1 more village in his opponent. So the English player feels like he's been behind. He's been very defensive the entire game. Jeanne d'Arc has taken quite a bit of losses. But she is still producing at a pretty good rate thanks to the consecrate buildings. We've got multiple veteran horsemen now put on the field to engage the crossbows. Good number of arbiteers to engage, well, not the English man-at-arms we usually commonly see, but they can still play with passives, basically resist most opponents from range damage. And still a good number of French man-at-arms being pulled on out. Spearman trying to engage this horseman. The horsemen, of course, affected by a royal bloodline, so they're pretty healthy themselves right now. Horsemen now engaging the crossbowmen. They're trying to keep the distance. We've got the white tower engaging along with the town center. Another divine arrow fired away. Does use divine restoration. Villagers getting hit here as well. Blue's holding on, but barely. This outpost has the Spring Guard emplacement, and now do now level 4 Jeanne d'Arc, which means she can now deploy out, looks like 3 champs and a cannon, so she can get a cannon in H3, has access to the Divine Blast, which will fire 150 AoE damage attacks, and right now that will one-shot Mangonels and Springald's. So right now she is very good at sniping his opponent's siege if the English player ever redeployed any. And the free cannon is a free cannon in this age. So very good. Another round of walls there. Housing has gone down. Farm has been set at delays, has activated increased attack speed aura, greatly improving these units' attack speeds. Town center of White Tower, of course, firing away, providing some good defense capability. Horsemen do find some spearmen. Maybe a good idea to go with the Divine. Divine Blast has 1 charge available, 2 charges now available. Be thrown onto the crossbowmen and annihilate some of them. May get multiple of them one shot right now. I don't know how effective the AoE is. But there's a good amount of defense here by the English player. It did lose some farms, but English farms are dirt cheap. And now do have a Trebuchet deployed now to help siege down his opponent. Maybe, actually, yeah, Trebuchets right now should be decent because defense capability. This Mangonel is not a good idea. Divine Blast will one-shot it. Plus, now we've got a cannon here. Let's get some spear braces there on the horsemen. And there we go, the Mangonel one-shotted by Jeanne d'Arc. At this point in time, siege weapons are not a possibility for the English player. We've got some Jeanne's champions here. Elite Jeanne's champions. Cannon putting some holes in town center. I think we just aired passives. Yeah, got the passive being deployed on out, but a passive ability. Primary town center taking some severe damage. Darn Arc may want to come fire some cannonballs here. Town center will go down, and the 3 landmark she needs a kill is here, here, and here, and the English player backs out of the game. As Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I'm probably going to call the stream a little bit early today. My apologies. I'm getting a little bit tired right now. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening and get some good rest.